In this video, I will talk about earning in crypto for beginners with minimal risk, while also achieving very good returns. I use this scheme myself, and it is perfect for beginners who only have an account on the exchange and their own crypto wallet. My name is Ivan Shashkov. I have been investing in cryptocurrency for over 8 years, and I help people earn passive income on their capital through decentralized finance. Let's go. What is this method of earning suitable for beginners that allows to consistently receive good profits? These are launch pools available on major exchanges. This is available on the OKEX exchange, on the Bybit exchange, and also on the Binance exchange. But today I will not show it because I do not have an account there. So I will limit myself to just 2 exchanges. What is the concept of launch pools and why are they needed? Developers who create their projects need to attract a certain number of users and create activity on their token. That is, there should be volumes, there should be buyers, there should be sellers, so they are interested in having their token listed on some major exchange. It is on these exchanges that there is a launch pool system that allows developers to come and distribute a certain amount of their tokens to the users of this exchange, and the exchange users can receive these tokens for free by contributing some assets to conditional staking on these platforms. Anyone with a first-level verified account on the exchange can participate in launch pool. This means you need to verify using your passport either on the OKEX exchange or on the Bybit exchange. Again, all of this also works on the Binance exchange using a similar model. Today, I will specifically show these 2 exchanges that I personally use. The first requirement is an account on the Bybit exchange and the OKEX exchange. An account can be created by any instructions on the internet. You don't even have to use my links. I'm not particularly interested in that. So, what do we need next? As an example, let's look at completed projects. I will take those in which I personally participated. The last 2 are ZK and Mason. I did not participate in Runcoin because I do not always have free capital that I can allocate to these activities, as sometimes it is working for me elsewhere, where I get a higher return. How does a launch pool work on the OKEX exchange using the example of Polyhedra and the ZK token? The developers of the Polyhedra network project allocate 3 million ZK tokens for participants of this event. Then OKEX launches the mining start phase. The mining is conditional. It has nothing to do with graphics cards and ASICs. This is mining of tokens for staking assets. In this case, the epoch was 4 days, and after that, you could immediately withdraw your tokens. To participate in this pool, in this event, you needed to stake either Ethereum or Bitcoin. There are limits. For staking, meaning I deposited 3.5 Ethereum, which at that time was about $10,000 plus or minus. So I staked Ethereum for 4 days and received 115 ZK tokens completely for free. Then I withdrew my Ethereum and redirected it back into the tools that provide me with more profit. This is already decentralized finance. You could also stake Bitcoin, but my Bitcoin is in another place, so I didn't contribute it here. I only used the Ethereum pool. In the end, I received 115 ZK tokens over 4 days for an initial deposit of $10,000. I sold ZK, somewhere around the mark of $3.3, so I received approximately $350. In 4 days, absolutely without risks, just by depositing my ETH. This results in about 3.5% return over 4 days on my deposit amount. After that, I withdrew the Ethereum. Specifically in this case, anyone who participated in this event and contributed specifically to the Ethereum staking pool could earn 3 to 5% on their deposit. Everything again depends on the price at which the ZK token was sold, because everyone had a clearly different selling price. Some might have managed to sell right here at a price of 3.8, but there are also less successful projects. For example, with ZK, I received 3.5% on my deposit. From the Mason network project, I also contributed 3.5 Ether, while the price of Ether itself was higher. So I think about $12,000 or so was contributed here. I received 17.82 Mason tokens. So at the current rate, I sold them there for, let's say $2, which means I got 35 bucks, which is very little, less than 0.5% on my deposit. Well, there are such projects. Overall, the projects are different and you can participate in them just by receiving these tokens for free. I did not participate in these because, again, I remind you, my capital was in another place. When I have free capital and it coincides with a new event, I participate here. The same applies to the launch pool on Bybit. Right now, there is a launch pool for the MOD token where you can deposit the MOD tokens, the MNT tokens from the Mantle network, and USDT. So, I would say that I am not participating in this project for now and probably won't, but if I had free USDT, I would deposit them here and receive MOD tokens for free. The same applies to past events. You can always deposit different assets, and for the most part, pools with stablecoins are available in most projects. So we can look at what past ones were here. There is always a USDT. Pool, meaning you can receive free tokens without risks just by depositing digital dollars. Again, the returns are always different. They can vary, sometimes being less than 1%, and can reach 5 to 10% on the deposit amount literally in a few days or maybe within a week. Right now, while I am recording the video, the launch pool for the Notcoin token is starting. I think you all know about it. And here the conditions are different. You need to deposit TON to receive these free NOT tokens if you haven't farmed or obtained them yourself. I don't have any TON in my portfolio, so I won't be depositing anything here, but I can do it a little differently. I'll show you later. And basically, I know that many of you think that in order to participate in Polyhedra Network or ZK, I need either Ethereum or Bitcoin. But what if I don't have any Ether or Bitcoin at all, and I don't hold them in my portfolio? So, it turns out I need to buy this Ether to participate in the project. But if I buy it, its price in dollars might drop, and possibly the rewards won't cover the drop in Ether. I understand all of this perfectly, and that's why today I'll explain how I do it so that I don't have to risk the fluctuations in the price of Ethereum. And it doesn't even matter if it's Bitcoin or any other assets required for participation in launch pools. Specifically, I use lending marketing. I have Bitcoin in my portfolio, and I always work with it. Here, I can leave Bitcoin as collateral, meaning I have it in my portfolio, and I plan to hold it for the long term. And I can take a loan against it. I can take a loan in Ether. So, for the most part, that's what I've been doing. Right now, I have stablecoins taken as a loan, and they are directed elsewhere, not on centralized exchanges. But, as an example, I can simply take a loan here for 1 Ether, then transfer it to the centralized platform OKEX, and stake it there. Participate in the token distribution of some project, take back my Ether, and return the loan back on the Avi platform, paying just a very small interest. This is the annual stage. I earn 2.7% per year on Ethereum. Here I receive tokens and make a net profit. At the same time, I am not worried that Ethereum has dropped in price because I took, let's say, 1 unit of Ethereum, transferred it to OKEX, staked it, then withdrew it back, and I need to return exactly that specific Ethereum. It doesn't matter how much it will cost in dollars, whether it becomes more expensive or cheaper, that value doesn't really matter. Again, you need to keep an eye on to avoid getting liquidated because you can't take too much. You must always check how many assets I have on my balance as collateral. In this case, I have 0.4 Bitcoin there. Again, for many people, this tool is new and unclear. I teach all of this in a free masterclass on capital multiplication and earning passive income through decentralized finance. The link to the free mini course is in the description. Be sure to check it out. Take the free training and you will understand how to work with such tools that are simply unavailable to most market participants because they don't know about them. Specifically, such tools allow you to earn very good money. For example, I can take a loan not only in Ethereum but also in USDT. That is, I took USDT and can specifically use it right here on Bybit, deposit USDT here and earn free MOD tokens. Then I received the MOD tokens and sold them. I repaid the loan in USDT and all that remains is my net profit. Again, this is in case there are no free dollars at the moment, only Bitcoins, Ethers, AVAX, or something else. You can always take stablecoins against them. Depending on the market phase, there can be about 10-15 projects launched on launchpads across different exchanges in a year. For example, on Lokix, there have already been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects this year. Last year, there were some more opportunities to participate. And here you can see the returns that could have been achieved. Again, it takes the highest mark. It doesn't always truly represent how much could have been earned. Here you could get some SSY, and just for stakes some assets, I don't remember which ones. It's not clear which ones were supposed to be used. Most likely, yes, the token of the OKEX exchange is used here to receive these rewards. The conditions are always different. For example, I cannot participate in Notcoin here right now. because I do not have the TON token. That is, I do not hold it in my portfolio. It does not interest me. For those who have it, great. But what to do if you don't have it but want to participate? You can use the lending market just in the other direction. In this case, I take Ethereum or USDT for Bitcoin. There is also a lending market that allows you to borrow, TON. Moreover, I have already deposited $10 in USDT tokens here just for demonstration, and I can borrow against these $10, that is, take a loan. Let me take 0.5 TON just as an example. I will take TON. Now I will confirm all of this in my wallet on my phone. That's it. I borrowed 0.5 TON against my 10 USDT. Now these TONs appear in my wallet, and I can withdraw them to the OKEX exchange. You can stake here to receive some amount of Notcoins for free, take back your TON, return them to your wallet, and repay the loan by paying very small interest because the loan interest is only 3.5%. Additionally, there are bonuses from the lending market itself, so the interest is quite negligible. In 5 days, it will accumulate another 1/100th of this, so it's not scary at all. Here, I receive free NOT tokens, and this opportunity arises thanks to the use of lending markets. That is, I can take a loan against a stablecoin and a volatile asset, or vice versa, against a volatile asset and stablecoins, or against a volatile asset and another volatile asset. In this case, Ethereum, AVAX, Link, and so on can be taken instead of Bitcoin, depending on which network the lending market operates on. This allows for receiving free tokens without the risk of exchange rate fluctuations and without the need to purchase any token to participate in launch pools, with yields ranging from 3 to 5 to 10% on the deposit amount literally in just a few days. Here, the launch pool will last from May 13th to May 16th, that is 3 days. Again, I won't be putting in tons here, although I might move some stablecoins here and take a loan. Nevertheless, I am sure the yield will also be quite good. Of course, such strategies work very well when there is already capital in crypto, so it makes no sense to invest $10, $15 here because the return will be minimal. Most likely, you will spend more on commissions even if participating in ZK. It was, due to Ethereum, if you invest $100, you will receive 3. It's not such a large amount that might not be covered by commissions. Therefore, this is a relevant strategy for those who already have capital, who already have some assets in their crypto wallet, and who have accounts on exchanges. OKEX, Bybit. Personally, I only use OKEX and only Bybit. That's enough for me because in all other cases, I use tools from decentralized finance. For example, Avia, as well as Uniswap and other decentralized platforms with higher yields than those at these events, depending of course on which token is released and whether it is interesting to me or not. I teach competent work with decentralized tools such as lending markets or exchanges that allow directing your capital to work for earning passive income and increasing your capital in the academy. Therefore, if you are specifically interested in working with DeFi, directing your capital to work, and obtaining good, constant, stable returns through decentralized finance, obviously, I have only shown one tool and one strategy today, and there are many more. So, leave an application for training in our academy via the link in the description. My team will contact you, provide detailed information about the training in the academy, explain why it is necessary, and also answer all questions that may arise, and if necessary, will provide a free tour of our academy, showing everything that happens inside, how the training works in general. The link is in the description. Be sure to leave an application. But what should those do who do not have enough capital to participate in such events because they only have $100, $150, $200, or $500, and it makes no sense to jump in here as the fees will eat up all the profits? For such cases, there are launch pools that allow even people with small capital can earn their first good money. Specifically, I use the Launchpad on the Bybit exchange in the IDO section, where you can deposit 100, 200, or 300 USDC and get the opportunity to buy tokens at a very favorable price, with a guarantee of return from Bybit if the token price drops. This means there are no risks at all because Bybit fully covers the drop in tokens if it happens. Again, I will make a separate video about this earning method if you show interest in the comments, so be sure to write in the comments if you need a video on the Launchpad on Bybit and other exchanges where you can participate with small capital. Moreover, even if you have a large capital, you can still earn good money here because if you deposit $200, it sometimes happens that you can catch 20, 30, 50x on an IDO, and that's already a nice amount.